This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. The Livecast is on a Sunday this week. I, for one, would like to applaud the guys for finally observing their Sabbath and not working on a Saturday. You're still going to hell, though. Our IP Livecast starts now.
I don't believe in hell, Shannon, so joke's on you. Welcome to our IP Livecast. Rob, here with Sid.
Hey!
Join us in a few minutes. He's running a little behind, but he'll be on with us. And welcome, it's July 10th, 2022. How is it already July? It was July last week too.
Yeah.
It's still weird. It's the middle of July
just
almost
caught up.
already.
You just caught up too.
Yeah, I'm just putting 2022 on my checks. It just hit me that the year is 2022.
You write a lot of checks?
Lots of checks.
Okay, boomer.
No, I guess I don't write that. I don't write any checks. Maybe some deposit slips, but even that I do.
Oh, humble brag. All right.
Had some big deposits earlier this morning, but we're not talking about a bank here. We're talking about the bathroom.
Oh, all right.
And poop.
Could have been somebody's lower back. I don't know. I don't know what you do.
And we want to know about your deposits. RIPAlivecast@gmail.com is our email address. You can send us an email, record a voice memo, send that. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want to chat with us, if you want to hang out with us during the week, you can always hang out in our Discord. We have a 24/7 Discord. It's very fun. You can get the invite link in the episode description. I believe in every episode description, there's an invite link. Why don't you hang out with us? What's wrong with you?
It's the perfect place to share all your Holodets memes. Even if they've already been shared, Rob will go in and reshare them.
But repurpose, though. I will repurpose them with a different caption than possibly originally shared.
I know. I think it was exactly the same.
I don't think so. And also, you have the Discord Nazi Sid here who has to comment on what's been reshared, what's been lamb-goated. Relax!
Yeah. I want to keep that shit pristine. If you're talking about the wrong subject in the wrong channel, I will let you know, and I will move your ass, or I will shame you into moving yourself. Oh, no.
Wow, we have a very special guest in the chat, Shifty Shortcake. Shifty Shortcake says, Rob, I hear you've been talking about me. No, Shifty, I haven't been talking about you. I've been talking about your Mexican non-union equivalent, Shifty Shellshock.
Wow.
Or I guess he's
very
the
problematic statement. All
Shifty,
right.
Shifty Shortcake is the Mexican non-union equivalent. That's a Simpsons.
Why has it got to
reference.
be Mexican?
It's Senor Spielbergo when Mr. Burns hired the Mexican non-union equivalent of Steven Spielberg. Get with the 30-year-old references, Sid.
Is that no? I'd recognize it if that was 30 years old. That's got to be a more recent one because
no, it's when he does his movie when it's the film festival episode. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! But
if you insist.
Oh, I insist.
I mean,
I insist big
Are you
time.
going to do the Apu voice now?
No. I never like doing the Apu voice. You're the one that does the Apu voice.
Excuse me? What? When?
That's right.
When have I done the Apu voice?
You can go in our vaults and listen.
Okay. Oh, no. We're definitely going to get a copyright strike for this.
Damn right. That'll be worth it.
I don't know what's happening. It seems our profits have dropped 37%.
I'm afraid we have a bad image, sir. Market research shows people see you as something of an ogre.
I ought to club them and eat their bones.
Well, maybe this film festival could help us. A film biography might let them get to know the real you. Virtuous, heroic, nubile.
How is it going to be like another 15 minutes before the reference that you...
It's coming.
Idea. A slick Hollywood picture to gloss over my evil rise to power like
Here it comes.
Bugsy or Working Girl. Get me Steven Spielberg.
He's unavailable.
Then get me his non-union Mexican equivalent.
See?
Listen, Senior Spielberg.
that's problematic.
I want you to do for me what's...
Oh, I didn't realize you're the problematic police now.
I mean, why not? Somebody's got to be. You'll get us canceled if I just let you go run wild with all the shit, the toxic shit The listeners would not believe the shit that you send me during the week before the show. The horrific, deep, dark
Wow.
web MAGA shit that Rob sends me on a daily basis.
Unbelievable.
Fucked up. He's like the Milo of metal, basically. I don't appreciate it, Rob, and I'm finally standing up for myself.
That's you standing? Wow, you're really short.
It's true, yeah.
Short. Fuck.
I'm shorty shelf shake.
Shorty shelf shake?
No, shorty shelf shake. That's me. Because I'm also fat, so when I sit down, all the shelves shake.
Oh, I thought you just make your own shakes.
What does that have to do with the shelf? I
don't
don't drink them. I just put them on a shelf.
No, self shake. You make yourself a shake.
No.
Shelf
shake. I shake the shelves.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh man.
Good.
All right.
Shifty Shortkick in the chat asks, is 3D your Mexican non-union equivalent, Rob? No. But then he clarifies also that I don't want him, I want you. Too many pronouns here, pal. Who's him? Who's you?
Rob, I know we don't have a phone number anymore. Could you give this guy your personal number and we could get him on that way? I'd love to hear. No.
I shan't be doing that. But
he said to keep his name out your fucking mouth. So I think
I think he's talking to you, Sid, with your shafty shake situation.
That's not his name is Shifty Shortcake, so I wasn't saying that. I did exactly what he asked.
I'm sorry, what was your name, Sid? That you just came up with?
Shorty Shelf Shake. Is that it? Woo! We're on fire early, already on fire.
Call the fire department. So I wanted to, we have a bunch of clips to play. Lots of great clips of notable rock musicians embarrassing themselves this week.
Notable music idiots.
Yes, we got the full Monty of idiots here today. And actually, we're going to kick things off with someone we haven't talked about in a while. Talking about Axl Rose.
Oh, no. We like him, though. He's turned out to be a nice old man, right?
He's fine. Yeah, he's anti-Trump.
Yeah.
Or anti-GOP, it seems. So, but Axl notably has had his good days and his bad days with when it comes to live performance. I have a lot of friends who are Guns N' Roses fans, and they have seen the group on their recent run of reunion shows with Duff and Slash. And I would say it's like a 50-50 shot of, Axl sounded great tonight, or Axl sounded like shit, or the occasional Axl sounded terrible for the first hour and then got it together and it sounded good. Once his voice was warmed up, he was pretty good for about an hour, and then he sounded awful for the final half hour. I've heard all the different variations.
But he shows up now. He actually shows up to the concerts.
Shows up. He's on time. There's no late starts anymore. I believe there's heavy fines for that. So,
what do you mean? Who's the venue's fine? Axl? Who's fining what?
Yes,
that's like a contractual thing. Like,
I believe that was something that was, I believe Slash mentioned in an interview very early on in the reunion of like how that wouldn't be a thing because there's so much money on the line for everybody involved that everything has to start on time. Something like that.
Okay. Wasn't there a lot of money on the line in their first run as a band?
Well, I guess, I don't know. Things have changed now, I guess.
Maybe they got to make up for all the money they lost then by not losing more now.
I mean, it's a definite possibility. But so let's see I'm not quite sure where this footage is from, but the band is, of course, on their summer tour. Oh, this looks like it's in Europe based on this shirt that's in the screenshot here. You see the back of somebody's shirt with dates. And the caption is, well, that was disappointing. And it's Axl Rose. So the headline of this Metal Sucks article, by the way, is Axl Rose sounds like Family Guy's Herbert during Awful Festival performance. Oh, this is June 15th in Norway.
Okay.
And Herbert, of course, is the old man who's like the sexual predator.
Yeah.
who's
With
like
the
really
whistly
into
voice.
Chris. Yes. So let's hear this. Do you hear it?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I hear Herbert, but it sounds bad.
I hear modern day Vince Neil. Really, I mean, it's like
Yeah.
they've morphed into the same horrible voice. Maybe what the lesson is now is that 60-year-olds just shouldn't tour with rock bands.
That 6-year-olds shouldn't tour with rock bands or something?
Yeah, just stop. Just stop it.
But then how will they make all these millions of dollars?
Residuals,
Well,
royalties.
here's the the problem is these concert promoters are throwing even more money at them because they don't have new headliners to warrant these kind of high ticket
But then
prices.
what's going to happen? Like, okay, so let's have a bigger conversation here. Once these bands go away that are 30, 40, 50 years old and are still the only money makers in rock touring, eventually they're going to die. And then what? And then just like rock really is just dead and gone, and that's it. And it's just mid-level venues, and that's it. No more arena rock doesn't exist. Or there's going to have to be new bands at some point, right? That fill that spot.
Right. And the thing is, the people that are in charge now at Live Nation, they're not going to be there when this collapse happens. So they don't care.
So it's just like it's like climate change. It's like just let that be somebody else's problem.
It really does feel like
that. Is the climate change of the music industry.
I feel like I had been going to conferences and like industry meetups and conferences for like 10 years where people are like, we need new headliners. And it's like to the point where it's like, okay, like it's
and you
just
keep
not
telling
happening.
them Avenged Sevenfold, and they just don't want to listen.
Well, Avenged Sevenfold arguably are one of the few headliners now. So
we're fucking doomed.
That's kind of how wild it is. That of the modern like 20 or 25-year-old artists, the headliners are Slipknot, Avenged Sevenfold, and maybe Lamb of God, maybe.
Not like Nickelback?
Or Mastodon, I guess, maybe too. No,
well, you're only thinking like hard rock. I'm talking about rock music in general. It's like Guns N' Roses, I think, is more generally rock music. They're not Slipknot.
I think they're hard rock,
but they're too mainstream.
Well, speaking of mainstream,
it's mainstream Darren. That's my nickname in high school. I'm such a basic bitch. I'm so mainstream. Were you saying Guns N' Roses is mainstream?
Yes. Like for rock music, they're not in the same lane as like Slipknot or Mastodon or bands like that. They're different. No. They're like just rock music.
But also they have about 15 years on Slipknot and Mastodon.
Is that it?
Or 20 years at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Darren, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say their first album was in 1986, right? And they were touring for like 2 years before that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Slipknot's first was 99, so 13 years.
Wow. It seems like it should be more than that.
Yeah.
Weird. All right.
It's because it's so long ago now.
Yeah.
It all blends together. Trust me, I got 10 years on you.
Slipknot is still a new band to me.
I understand what you mean. Like I know, like my left brain knows that they're an old band, but like some part of me is still stuck in my teenage years and can only think of bands that I acquired as a teenager as new bands.
Yeah,
for some reason.
It's somebody I follow on Twitter posted the other day that the quote unquote new Nas album is more than 25 years old. It's like his second album in my mind is still the new Nas album.
Yeah. Which one? 94 was Illmatic, right? So what's the...
It was written. That was the second one, right? I think.
Yeah.
So that's the new
the
Nas
classic
album.
Hate Me Now.
Yeah.
You could hate me now. I should have played that today. That's a good one.
But Darren, you missed it. But I want to play it again for you to witness it.
Thank you.
We have footage of Axl doing his best Vince Neil impression, as Sid put it.
You want to torture me is what you want to do. Why is Adam Sandler holding up that? What is this? What am I looking at here?
Wait, why isn't it the videos for?
You're just on related videos now.
Can I take my headphones off for this, or
No. They have to remain in.
this is like eating holodiettes, but the audio version. Doing it for the show.
Robert.
All right, here we go.
There.
There we
Yep.
go.
I missed it.
All right, now
Is this TikTok?
sounds terrible. Oh no, that's the guitar.
I guess I hear the Herbert now. What do you say?
I can't find. There's like a middle ground where the vocal is correct, that he starts out too high and then he goes way too low.
Yeah, you
And he
can't
just-
find it. I think it's because, as as a not accomplished singer who sings fairly frequently, I think it's that you think you can hit that notes, then you can't, then you have to do an adjustment on the fly and you go too far down.
Yeah.
That's what my
that's-
experience is with it.
We're here a lot. And also, you mentioned Vince Neil.
Mhm.
Vince Neil also back in the headlines.
Oh,
and
dear.
we got to thank him. I mean, like with this reunion tour happening, it's like every week something's going on. But I guess there was footage that surfaced that showed that Vince Neil is using a teleprompter.
Oh.
And I want to mention, of all the controversies and all the things that we shit on Vince Neil for, in my opinion, this is the least controversial. In fact, this is a proactive, positive move. This is a net positive for me, I think, because
Why?
it shows that, look, he's not going to remember the lyrics. We all
Right.
know this. At least there's something there to try for him to try to give people their money's worth.
Rob,
You know,
I could not disagree with you more. I think this is one of the worst things we've seen, because you've been singing these fucking songs for 45 years. Like, how do you not know Home Sweet Home?
Hold on. Some of these songs he probably hasn't sang in like 20 years. So that's how.
But he sang them 10,000 times at the time he sang them.
Well, it is true though. Like, I mean, they were retired. If you want to give the benefit of the doubt, you say, well, they've been retired for so long. But if you've been paying attention, as we have, he's still been performing these
Maybe
songs.
the band has some kind of rule of like, you can't do anything from our set list in your set list. It has to be different. If you can do Motley Crue songs, it can't be the ones that we're going to be touring.
Oh no!
Coming up.
He was doing like girls. He was doing all the big
Oh.
hits. No,
But also, like, we've heard enough of his vocals to know he doesn't actually sing words.
That's
So what
what's
is that
so great.
teleprompter doing it for him? The teleprompter should just say shabba-labba-doo-ba-ba-la-la-la-loo.
Can we see what the prompter says? Because
Yeah,
maybe
it's
it's like an alert for when Mick Mars needs oxygen or something.
Sid, what you
It's just a heart
said
monitor.
Turn
was exact-
Mick over so he doesn't get bed sores. Sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
What you said is exactly what my thought was. It's like, we've watched footage from this reunion tour. He's missing so many lyrics. Like, maybe they just added the teleprompter
Yeah.
because he missed but I don't think so. I bet they've been there this whole time.
And he's still missing. So what's the
He's
point?
still
Like, why
missing
have
it.
it?
Is this how we find out that Vince Neil is illiterate? Like, maybe that's why he killed Razzle. He couldn't read the stop sign. He didn't know it said stop.
You might be onto something.
Come on, Vince, just tell the truth.
Maybe that's why he had that ab roller on his stomach. Like, it's actually a taser, and he just put it on his. And someone had the idea. Let's just capitalize it and make it like an ab burner.
He's a poor, confused old man. Just
He should
get
run
on
f-
Zambonis.
He should run for president. That seems to be acceptable in that
And
case.
they all use teleprompters.
2 in a row.
He's got the skill set.
Man,
I
that fucking
do wanna
Zamboni. I have nightmares about that Zamboni stuff. Like, which E-list celebrity is going to show up on a Zamboni
Oh
and
my
come through
God.
my bedroom?
It has been a hot topic of conversation in the metal world, it seems, the last week. I haven't been paying too much attention, but It seems there's been a lot of hot debate on the subject.
It's hot.
Hot. For example, Ricky Rackman says, so Motley Crue used a teleprompter. Who fucking cares? Did you have fun at the show? That's what matters. A lot of bands have used teleprompters. Stop looking for reasons to criticize.
Hot take.
That's such a word. Stop looking for reasons to criticize. Like, what? I mean, who looks for anyway? And then D. Snyder responds, "True that."
True. What is this? 1991. True that.
Well, for D. Snyder, yes.
He's just catching up to urban culture.
I love this humble brag. True that. Most bands are using teleprompters. Not me. But I didn't kill. Not me. But I didn't kill a lot of my brain cells with drink and drugs. Not a criticism, more of an explanation.
What?
Sure.
Okay.
Right. I'm better than you, but I'm not bragging or anything.
He goes, stop being so damn critical and just enjoy seeing the people you love on stage. Now, lip syncing, that's another story.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, I do. I do as well.
It's still this guy singing. And like, I feel like for me, with the teleprompter, it depends on the kind of band it is and the kind of lyrics. It's like, if you're just stupid fucking Vince Neil singing songs about booze and titties, like, I don't care if you remember that and feel that from your heart or if you need help. But if you're like a more like personal, deep musician who's singing like songs about your life and about like heartfelt shit and you need help with that, that's a little bit lame. But when it's just like frivolous shit, like who cares? Nobody's there for the lyrics anyway. You're just there to get wasted.
Like if Bono went on stage and he was like, yeah, but boo boo boo, like Vince Neil, then you'd be annoyed by that, right?
Yeah. Or like Bruce Springsteen or something.
No, he said deep lyrics, not Bono.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, Bono, it's deeper than Motley Crue, at least.
Yeah.
Well, I want to have you know, Sid, that David Draiman took to Twitter and he wrote, all you parasitic vultures, what? Pretending to be journalists.
Did he
Was that a vulture sound effect that he spliced in there?
That's me splicing it. All you parasitic vultures. All you parasitic vultures pretending to be journalists who broke the big story, he has with quotes, that Vince Neil of Motley Crue uses a teleprompter on stage should really find a new line of work. So fucking what? Most artists with extensive catalogs do. Leave the guy alone. FFS, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, there is 50 other things to give Vince Neil shit for. We don't have to use this one. We could totally leave him alone about this and go back to the other 80 things. But it's whatever.
And apparently it all started a few years ago because Bruce Dickinson started giving Rob Halford shit for using a teleprompter. Because Halford used it because he talked about how they've been pulling out songs from their catalog that they never played on tour before. So, and because they have a 2-hour set, feels like he could, the use of the teleprompter could help him. And Dickinson, of course, loves to throw shade. And he goes, I never realized that people were using auto cues. What the fuck is that about? People pay good money and you can't even remember the sodding words? The daftest one I ever saw was Breaking the Law. It's on the fucking auto cue. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Did he have to say it 6 times?
Breaking the law. Guess what? Breaking the law. It's ludicrous.
Well,
and it's like, come on, like he's obviously not looking at the lyrics for Breaking the Law. It's just there because it's just they have all the lyrics.
Their teleprompter writer is just good at his job, so he's like, I'm going to put every lyric. I don't even care if they need this one or not. I'm going to do my work.
Yeah, what's supposed to be there in between the verses? Like just blank space,
like dick pics, just for Rob Halford to like get a little excited while he's going through the motions.
Dickinson pics.
Nice.
Put a nice half-naked shot of Bruce Dickinson up there.
With a name like Bruce.
And Dick.
You think they ever hooked up, Rob?
Who?
Halford and Dickinson?
No. I don't think Dickinson is Halford's type.
What's Halford's type?
He likes a butcher kind of guy. Like,
he likes butchers?
A more
He wants to
butch
fuck
man.
you and then get some steak for a discount.
Well, I don't know if I would describe Bruce Dickinson as effeminate, because he's certainly not. He's masculine. He has a masculinity to himself, but maybe he's a little, perhaps soft would be the term. Whereas Rob Halford likes a more rugged looking gentleman.
So
like a
Dickinson isn't
bigger
jacked
physique.
enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Sid, but this is
But
what
like
I
on
gathered from
tour,
reading his
sometimes you're on the tour
biography.
bus. You get
Yeah.
in where you fit in.
No, I feel like he doesn't want to shit where he eats. He'd
Get in where you
he'd
fit
rather
in.
just get. He'd rather just get like a groupie, a one and done kind of fella that you won't see on the road the next day.
God, I want to fuck that guy.
What one and done kind of fella is Rob's grinder name.
It's
Well,
too
might
long
be.
of a username.
Oh, technicality.
Darren, there's something with your audio, like you're chipmunking or something. You might want to refresh, get back in the room.
What does
reload
chipmunking mean? What does that mean?
It's a static.
Never heard this.
It's like you're sounding like a chipmunk.
Test,
Your audio's
test.
speeding up.
1, 2.
There we go. Better.
I think it's something with my drops.
Nope,
My
it's
drop
back.
app. Okay, I'll come back.
All right, we're gonna
Is
get.
it called chipmunking? Would make his voice like high pitch and squeaky.
Yeah, it was a little squeaky. Well, I guess it wasn't as high pitched to be technically chipmunking. Okay, you win this. one, Sid.
That's an actual term.
I think so.
I never heard that before. Interesting.
Wow. Well, maybe if you were in the business of show, or in the radio business in particular.
Yeah. Oh well.
Sorry about that. How's this working for you? Test
Beauty.
one.
Oh my god! There's those beautiful bass tones.
Yes. Musica.
Ah,
Galats.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I'm okay with teleprompters. They're fine.
I don't really care, but I do think there's some extra level of offensiveness to it when he's so bad at everything. Like he's not trying in any way. And you're telling me you can't even remember the fucking lyrics you're supposed to be singing. It's sort of like the cherry on top. Like if it was someone who was a great performer like Britney Spears or somebody like that, and they're using a teleprompter, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. They're clearly doing a very involved show, and they're doing lots of things, and they're trying to make it look good, and there's a lot of effort. So if you take a little bit of the edge off with the teleprompter, it's fine. But they're doing nothing, and you're using a teleprompter. Come on, guys.
I'm very interested that your go-to great performer reference is Britney Spears.
She is, and I didn't mean in the sense of putting on a show. Not necessarily she's the best singer or the best artist, but like her stage show is fantastic. And that's what
she
I
is
really
a
meant.
known lip syncer because
Yeah.
her stage show is so intricate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. In that sense, I don't, and it's similar to what Sid said before. Like if there was somebody whose whole selling point is they're a great singer or a deep emotional singer, and they were using a teleprompter, it'd be different. Britney
Like
Spears
if Joni Mitchell needed a teleprompter.
yeah, or lip synced.
Yeah.
Those would both be negatives. But like you said, like Britney Spears, perfect example of the songs are just bubblegum songs, but you're there to see Britney Spears perform. It's a spectacle. So it doesn't matter as much in that case, And she's busting her ass to do a good show. What is fucking Motley Crue doing? They stand on stage for 90 minutes and they take a paycheck.
They break a rib falling down some stairs. Totally unrelated to the show, but it happens.
It's only because the driver was an asshole and didn't get out and pick up their luggage.
Asses are still busted, though. That's the bottom line about bottoms. Shifty Shortcake says he never needed a teleprompter. He remembers all the words to his 2 songs.
Come, my lady.
Well, they got a new album out, so there's got to be at least 3 songs now.
Oh, yeah. Well, what if it's just the greatest hits? What if it's like that Metallica album where it's just the same 2 songs by different artists over and over?
If they did that with the Butterfly song and it was just 40 artists doing Butterfly, I would pay money out of my pocket for that. That would be, as long as it's like known artists, but I would love to hear like Sammy Hagar's version of Butterfly.
Like
Zach De La Rocha.
ELO doing Butterfly.
Is Jeff Lynne still alive?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He might have passed away.
Well, even better. The rest of ELO, it would be even more interesting.
Oh no. Oh no, he's still alive. Look at that. Good for him. We could still make that happen.
I want to hear Einstrazende Neubauten do come my lady. How do you really say that? I'm butchering.
I don't know either. Rob?
You know.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Yes, that was the word I was struggling with.
Well, that's
that
what
what you
that
were
means in
butchering?
German.
Oh, okay. Einstrazende Neubauten. It's like an electronica group, right?
Yeah, it's like a KMFDM something,
Yeah.
right?
Something like that.
They're friends.
Bless their hearts.
No one's gonna
Rob will
find
have
out?
his phase of loving that band, but it'll be in 2 years.
Oh.
And then he'll pretend
Us.
this conversation didn't happen.
Send me the link. I'm curious now. This is my moment of that kind of music.
I'm sure Jander is a huge fan. He's
Yeah.
probably got a playlist holstered just to hook you up.
I know
Bless his
nothing
father.
about them other than
Yeah.
that I worked in many retail record stores, and it's just an interesting name to me. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I would know about them.
Same.
Mhm.
Rob, there's another David D. Rainman story in the news this week.
Yes, there is. And it's so funny when worlds collide, and I have political Twitter kind of retweeting this because David G. Rainman went viral for posting a picture of his guitarist Dan Donegan, which, man, if that's a gay porn name, if I ever heard one.
Is that really? What can I?
No,
I'm sorry, I don't want to derail the story, but
It
what
just
makes
sounds
that
like it. The alliteration.
oh, okay. Kind of sounds like an accountant or something to me, like a Knights of Columbus guy or something.
Dusty Rhodes Muffler wants to know if he killed Shinzo Abe.
Who did? Too many pronouns.
Dan
here.
Donegan.
I don't think so.
Is that what he did? And David D. Rainman was proud of him?
Shifty Shortcake has some breaking news that David Draiman is going to be doing an acoustic version of Butterfly on the new album.
Oh my god!
It's
I
like
think
the
that's a
new sound of
parody idea.
yeah, like the sound of silence, but
Yeah.
Come,
Butterfly.
my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly sugar baby. Oh.
So here's the guitar. Let's see it. It says "fuck cancel culture,"
Shut
Oh my
up.
god!
but I want to I want to be specific. It doesn't just say "fuck cancel culture." It says so. It's the Coca-Cola font
Right.
For some
for
reason,
cancel culture.
yeah.
Which, by the way, it's Disturbed play arena. So unless you're like in the front row, there's no way you're reading what it actually says on his.
That's why he
guitar.
tweeted the picture.
And then so cancel culture, and then the fuck looks so poorly stenciled on.
Right.
Like
An afterthought.
it's complete. Like it's complete. Like every letter is completely misaligned. There's no regard for kerning.
Rob's very angry about Kerning. Bad
That's
Uh,
my favorite Pantera album.
And the
Ang-
way
angry
windows
about
are-
Kerning.
no
no
regard
regard-
for kerning.
Yeah.
Vulgar display of kerning for sure.
That's a show title, please. Vulgar display of Kerning.
Yes.
It looks
Done.
like he bought a pro cancel culture guitar and put on fuck as an afterthought.
It looks like he has like those printer sheets of stickers that it's just a sticker sheet, and he stenciled out each FUCK
Yeah.
to add a like, and then the cancel culture looks painted on to me. Like this looks like it's a painted on stencil. And then there's just so much here. There's so much here that I have questions about. Like, number one, why the Coca-Cola logo? Why is cancel culture
CC?
represented as Coca-Cola?
CC. That's it. That's it.
And
the L, like the little line going through the L loop.
and,
too.
and so what? And to me, when people say fuck cancel culture, typically I find myself hold on, I want to interrupt
Yeah.
myself because Shifty Shortcake adds Kern, my lady, Kern, my lady.
I was just waiting until you were done to point that one out. That's great.
So when people say, as I was saying, when people say, oh, cancel culture, it's so hard for me to take them seriously because my immediate question is, well, what do you define as cancel culture?
Right.
It's such a broad term. It's like hipster. What is a hipster?
But my thought on this is like sort of nuanced. Like I think there are instances where I think, maybe one incident that sprung up from cancel culture might be bad, and it's a case-by-case basis. But whenever anyone starts going in like it's their soapbox thing that cancel culture is bad, they're probably an asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, exactly. Like when they get down to, and when you get down to it, whatever their quibble or beef.
Quibble.
That's not the word.
Quabble, my lady. Quabble, my lady.
That's what it should say on Vince Neil's teleprompter.
I think the guitarist should say "fuck quabbles."
You're my quabble fly, sugar baby.
Sugar quabble.
Fuck quabble culture.
Yeah, like when you ask them, like, well, what's an example of cancel culture? They will typically tell you something that is not cancel. They'll be like, oh, well, Dave Chappelle. It's like, no, he's still a millionaire. He still has a career.
Netflix just put out another weird fucking
another
thing of his.
speech that he did. Yeah, he's fine.
When they say like fuck cancel culture, they mean fuck being sensitive to people.
Yeah, fuck people responding to a controversial take. That's what they're saying. Like, I should be able to say something crass and controversial and have no consequences because of it. That's what this says to me.
Yeah, you can't even take exception to a joke or an insult. Like the good old days.
So David D. Draiman writes, Dan Donegan's new guitar. I love how the apostrophe here is off. I couldn't be more proud. And then he says, because I believe in freedom of speech and expression, even from those I disagree with. I think he means even for those I disagree with.
Not a bright guy.
Not a bright guy.
I'm sorry. Just take a pause for 1 second. Look at that Robert Pesbani avatar up there. Oh my goodness, that is majestic.
Did you make that yourself, Rob, or did you have that? Did you commission that?
Can we see with that larger? It's beautiful.
Oh, sure.
Whoa! What is going on there?
It's some app.
Oh, it's an app that
like illustrates. Yes,
I see. That is excellent. Highly approve of that. Sorry to derail.
What were we talking about? I don't remember.
Let's talk more about how beautiful Robert Pesbani is.
Yeah, keep
look a little puffy in that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
a little puffy.
That's fair.
That's his charm, Sid.
The puffiness.
Yes, it's seed oils, Rob. If you stop eating seed oils, your face depuffifies.
The sunflower seeds? Is that it?
Yes. I don't know. Seed oils are the same thing as seeds. I don't know. All right. Let's go back on track. I'm sorry. That was my fault. My derailing. I just got mesmerized by Rob's puffy, beautiful face. There was one thing right under what Dave said. The first thing you just read, Rob, if you could go back, the next one down was someone dunking on him. And I think it was funny. But can we see that one? Max, whatever that is. This you and what? Oh no, it's I guess I don't know what is that. What's that?
I'm assuming this is this is one from their music video or something.
Well, he responds to it underneath. So what is he?
Oh my God!
Can somebody read it? I'm investigating this image.
It's truly tragic how many people whose ability to choose their own paths you've defended time and time again are ready to crucify you when you say that you're against canceling someone based on the choices they make. I have no idea what I just read. I really don't.
So Bill Cosby chose to rape a bunch of women. That's a choice he made. Are we not allowed to cancel him?
Nope.
Like, what does that mean, David?
It means it's just word salad. It's total word salad.
Or is he just like, people are mad at me because I defend Israel. So if I've been canceled, then that's bad. So then any canceling is bad.
Dusty Rhodes Muffler says David Derailman. I want to see, because when someone says this you, it's usually like you
So it's a
you did the
screenshot.
thing you're complaining about.
Yeah.
So it's a screenshot from a Disturbed music video, from what I gather.
Oh,
And I guess it's like a fat cat
yeah.
so like the critique is like, oh, like here are you criticizing capitalism. So I don't know.
I'm still lost, and I'm lost at his reply too. This is the dumbest thread on Twitter.
Yes.
At least it's not in all caps.
Let's see if I
Bless
just
his
write
heart for
Disturbed fat cat music video. No, it's just a fat cat singing Disturbed. No, it isn't. It isn't. Okay, so that's David D. Rain Man.
What a doofus.
David Doofus Rain Man.
Can we fast forward to the end of his life where he's forgetting his songs and needs a teleprompter and squeals them into a microphone?
Well, that might already be it. Why was he defending Vince Neil so hard unless he saw something of himself in that?
That's true. And also, as I was saying that, I realized his like legit music sounds like the screeching that Vince Neil does. So I feel like, how would you know that he was off? It might sound good. That's how you know it was off. What was that just played? I missed it.
So I'm queuing up our next segment. Unless there's more burns for David D. Rain Man.
No, I'm good. Oh, well, so if there's something in the tweets, maybe.
Can I actually hold on? So Dusty Rhodes Muffler just said David D. Rain Man is the Howie Mandel of metal. Are you guys aware of why Howie Mandel was trending on social media this week?
No, why?
Me too.
I didn't. No. It's fucking weird. So I didn't hear about this either. I didn't see it trending, but like last night or 2 nights ago, my wife was like, "What is What did Howie Mandel do?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I'm seeing people on Instagram talking about something Howie Mandel just did." So I looked it up. Apparently, Howie Mandel now has a TikTok, and on his TikTok, he posted a picture of a prolapsed anus.
Sounds like him.
And the caption was like, "My friend just squatted and this happened. Is it COVID related? What should we do?" And it was an actual, like, Rob, look it up. I don't know if we should be showing the thing he posted.
I don't want to look at it.
But it's legit extremely weird and graphic, and his face is in the thing. It's bizarre.
The Newsweek headline is Howie Mandel prolapse video shocks internet. Quote, traumatized.
You know,
bad.
That sounds like like his stand-up before he became like a family-friendly Deal or No Deal guy.
Mm-hmm.
He always did weird shit like that.
Yeah.
And
but
weird
like,
graphic stuff.
You'd think like he would be done with that now, or if he was going to be doing it, he wouldn't be doing it on a platform for children, sort of.
That's true.
Is it?
I mean, it's I don't know that it's aimed at children, but like lots of children use it.
Yeah, I'm sure some kids saw the thing he posted. You see it now, Rob?
Oh my God.
If Rob's reacting like that, I don't want to see it.
It's fucking bad. It's bad.
To be clear, like there is nothing sexually stimulating about a prolapse anus. That is too far.
I didn't suggest
the guy's
that.
insides are falling out of his butt.
I didn't suggest it was sexual in the slightest.
Yeah.
Turn away if need be.
Are you gonna? Oh, you're showing it.
Should I show it?
No. First of all, I don't want to look at Howie Mandel's face either.
You're like, which is which?
Ah!
Oh my God! It's all right. Stop.
It looks like a bird. It looks like a beak of a bird. Like it's just sideways. Like it doesn't look like an anus to me. But I guess so. You saw the photo. Oh God. But let's listen to this audio.
When my friend Neil bent over, this happened.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Howie's face looks more like an anus than the anus.
Does somebody know, is this COVID related? And if it is, what do we do about it? Ow.
Hilarious.
Okay, so this is 100% a joke. Because first of all, like the photo looks like it was taken in the era of Goatsy. You know, it looks like it might be from the same photo shoot, honestly.
So the era of Goatsy, Rob's forthcoming autobiography.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Welcome to the fried.
It's like one of the ages of comic books, you know, the Silver Age, the Golden Age, and the era of Goatsy.
So,
Like, why would he do that? What?
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
He used to be on Howard Stern all the time and do
Yeah.
all kinds of weird sexual stuff.
Whew. So yeah, that's what happened. We could go back to whatever you were going to play next. I just wanted to touch on Howie Mandel's prolapsed anus.
He's touching
well,
something.
speaking of prolapsed anuses, Ted Nugent
Oh,
Loves them.
he's back in the news.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. Good for him.
So he was being interviewed, and I guess he was asked about how Pink and Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, how they both basically said that they want to renounce their citizenship now that all of these laws are being passed and revoked, like the Roe versus Wade got overturned, all that stuff. So they want to renounce their citizenship. So naturally, Patriot number one, Ted Nugent, is asked his take on the matter. Now, besides how ridiculous his answer is, I want to say, so this is a Zoom interview. And throughout this entire interview, for like at least 4 minutes now, someone keeps trying to call Ted Nugent. So you keep hearing the iPhone ringtone, and his phone is linked to his computer. So it's his computer getting the call, and he keeps having to hang up and continue the interview to the point that, like, a few seconds before we start this clip, the interviewer is like, why don't you just pick up the phone?
see who it is.
See who it is. And I'm guessing it's like his drug dealer or something, because he doesn't want
He
that
doesn't
on
do
air.
drugs.
It's his parole
right.
officer.
Yeah.
He tried to pick up a 14-year-old.
All right, so here it is, and as you can see, he has a green screen with a custom background. You could even see the green like fading in up here. Let's see if I can show my mouse there. You see it like right here. Here's a little green screen. Anyway, here it is.
Is to die for. It's the best guitar tone I've ever had.
This is the previous question.
And the guys are just putting heart and soul into every lick, every night.
There it is.
You know,
isn't that the
Skype call?
Skype,
It's
yeah,
a
Skype.
call. There we go. There we go. I thought it was a FaceTime thing. It's Skype.
So he could have just unplugged his phone if that was the issue. But Skype is
Right.
is
Yeah,
the
he
computer.
gets sign out of Skype.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting Skype. It's like,
Who the
Ted,
fuck
why
is-
are you ignoring me?
Who the fuck is he talking to?
He's a Native American lesbian woman, I think he's talking.
It's not the guy from the Simpsons gun store.
Oh yeah, maybe both.
I want to make today, Ted, is I've been seeing a lot of artists after some of these Supreme Court cases that we talked about this week saying they're going to renounce their U.S. citizenship. If you disagree with them on these topics, don't buy my records. Don't come to my concerts. That seems crazy. What's your final take tonight?
Well, I saw where Billy Armstrong of Green Day, just an incredible band. Just
I don't know why that's so funny.
No, it's happening again.
I don't know why it's so funny. It's the funniest fucking thing in history. He's just so serious. He's like, yes, I love Green Day. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo.
And you just know he has to like hang up as quick as possible. He's like rushing to hang up.
He's doing it under the table, really like rushedly. Yes, it was very sad. My dog, I had to put a boo, 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 boo. I had to put my dog down. He was suffering. Boo, boo, boo.
He's gonna put out a new album, and every song is just gonna be that riff. This is just seeped into his brain because he hears it so much.
Stuck in my head, man.
Skype's gonna sue him.
I got sued by Skype. It was really terrible. It cost me $12 million. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo.
Incredible band, just unbelievable musicians. They started out as just a punk unit, a garage band, but boy, they can really play. But when you just go berserk to
look at how like a half a second of pure frustration, and he like slams the mouse to hang up.
And that's
on it.
definitely a hairpiece he's wearing, right?
It could be.
It looks like it's half falling off his head.
It could be. I wouldn't deny it is one. It just doesn't scream obvious hairpiece to me.
It just looks like he hasn't brushed his hair.
It could be though.
Also, like the hair on the sides does not match the hair on top. It's like slightly different color.
That is true.
Well, that could also be the green screen. That's like the alpha.
No, Rob,
channel.
don't make excuses for this man. He's wearing a piece.
I mean, listen, I would say not 100%, but it's not a hill I want to die on. Fuck Ted Nugent.
Boo, boo, boo.
Oh man, it was terrible. I was running up that hill and I just boo 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 boo.
boy, they can really play. But when you just go berserk to kill babies and to ban guns and to open the borders and support a government that imports fentanyl chemical warfare against American citizens, and even Pink, again, just great, great talented artists, and their work ethic should be applauded. But how they...
I'm honestly shocked he has such nice things to say about them as artists.
Pink and the Green Day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess they're fine. I mean, they're
And
good
I-
artists,
I'm
but
not,
like for him to
I'm
say,
not accusing anybody of abusing substances, but you have to have abused a lot of substances to be that stupid and to be that disconnected from good over evil.
Well, he doesn't
instead
abuse
of
any
supporting
substances, and
evil
he's
over
really
evil.
stupid.
Yeah. What's his
also
excuse?
them saying they're going to leave the country. That's exactly what he said when like Obama was in office.
Yeah.
They're literally using
Or
his
when
playbook,
Hillary was
but-
running for
Yeah.
office.
And by the way, it's stupid both ways. Like, they're not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Let's just say that.
It's just empty threats all around.
For good. So I've always had the greatest audiences. And maybe there's a lot of people in my audience that don't agree with my politics, because my politics are pretty simple. The U.S. Constitution. Hey, Ted, I love your political ideas. The Constitution isn't ideas.
I want to point out that I
Yes, it
love
is.
that he has the wherewithal to have a green screen, but because he doesn't want to show the mess in his house, but the computer is so far back that you see past the green screen and you still end up seeing the mess.
I don't know if it's a green screen or if that's just like something he has up behind him among the mess. Is it definitely a green screen?
I feel like I
it
see
looks like
his head moving in and out of the green screen, and it gets a little fucked up.
Yeah.
but- I mean, I might be wrong.
The
But,
guys,
Because
You
like
can- if
what
you look
even
at
is
the
that thing
edges-
directly behind him? It looks like carpet.
yeah.
So I don't understand what this image is. It's an American flag, and then what's in the middle of the American flag? I agree.
Carpet.
With you. That
Carpet, cement. I can't
Constitution is
really.
self-evident truth. So thank you, everybody, supporting me. And you know what? If somebody plays killer music that you don't agree with their politics, enjoy the killer music anyway. I think that's widespread out there. I think that's alive and well.
I almost forgot. Who it was.
The Native American lesbian woman got very upset with that last one. Pick it up! Pick it up! You schmuck! You know what I noticed also? You got the American flag, and then like carpet, and then American flag. It's just like his face. He's got face, and then that stupid chin pussy thing, and then more face on the other side. It's like a microcosm of his.
Maybe it's his brand. His chin pussy is his brand.
Well, just shaving it and boo 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 boo.
Oh my god!
How to stop? Can we just play, please? I just want to play the Native American woman interviewing him, and when the last ring, she gets so upset, she throws her hands up.
Okay, here we go.
In truth. So thank you, everybody, supporting me. And you know what? If somebody plays killer music that you don't agree with their politics,
Pretty good take right here.
enjoy the killer music
agree.
anyway. I think that's widespread out there. I think that's alive and well.
Well, Ted, what a great week we've had. You know what? If they come back,
I gotta get another one.
Gotta get one more in. Gotta get one more in.
what a great week
jerk
we've
off.
had. You know what? If they come back next week, we're going to
Also, you can definitely see it's a green screen when he shoves the laptop to hang up. Everything shakes but the background.
Oh, okay.
Static.
It almost gives you the feeling of like one of those old public access shows that would get crank called all the time.
Yes.
It's like someone knows his Skype username and is like, oh, he's actually doing a show now, so I'm gonna fucking just call him over and over again to fuck up his show.
Ken Sander, remember that one? We can't play that. Dude. It's full of horrible racial slurs.
Yeah.
But the guy's reaction though is the best part of that.
Yeah, he needs to just uninstall Skype.
Boo boo boo.
It's fucking amazing. Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite clips we've ever played on here. I don't even care what the fuck he said about Green Day anymore. Like, I don't give a shit. I just
We
want
need to go watch through other episodes now to see if that happens every show he does.
He goes on to talk about abortion or something. Like, I think it's great. We're saving all these babies. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Is it just me or does he look like James Hetfield a little bit?
It's similar enough, yeah. He could be James's uncle that they don't invite to Thanksgiving anymore.
Yeah, well, he brings terrible lasagna.
And he hits on his nieces. It's very uncomfortable for everybody.
Well, James Hetfield's old enough that his nieces are probably old enough to be hit on by now.
It's true.
Ted wouldn't fuck with them. They're too old.
They're washed up.
No.
They have college degrees. It's a big turnoff.
GEDs. God. Once you get that GED, you ain't right for me.
Wendy Starr just tweeted us that the Skype sound has never been so funny.
It's true.
It's true. It's true.
Facts.
Facts on facts.
Do we want to do this Dave Mustaine clip now?
Oh yes. Yes, I was waiting for Darren to come on in to play it. Let me cue it up.
Is there text I have to read here?
No, this is pure uncut Dave Mustaine audio himself.
Okay.
So he apparently flipped out midway through their performance.
Oh.
At a roadie. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Already enjoying this.
I'll wait till he's done checking his guitar over there.
Let me go back a few seconds.
So let's give like the full background here. They're at a festival. What is it, in Barcelona? And I guess there's two stages. And so Judas Priest is, I guess, going on after them on the stage next to them, but their roadie is already like tuning the guitars while Megadeth is still playing.
Okay, so that's
very
I mean, I will say that is very poor etiquette, but I feel it is common that, when there is a large festival like this, the main stage is two stages so that there's minimal time between sets.
Yeah.
And the next band sets up, but you are not supposed to do your sound check until the band is done. That is very poor. So I will say Dave has a point here.
Total fucking dewclaw.
It's basically what we're about to get.
I'll wait till he's done checking his guitar over there.
Oh, you can see how pissed he is. Wow. He's just standing, waiting around, giving a death stare. He flips the middle finger. I wonder if the guy could even see him. Do you understand any of the heckles, Darren?
Not really. It's like a mix of like a wall of sound.
We went all the way to the last fucking night, and then some pussy over on the stage next to us has to start playing while we're playing. How fucking pathetic, amateur piece of shit you are.
Oh.
I love how the sun is hitting him and he's totally blown out in the video. Also, like, come up with a better pejorative than pussy. Come on. That's
You're
boring.
such a pathetic pussy, and when I get through with you, I'm gonna boo boo boo.
That's what set him off, because that's what the dude was playing on the Judas Priest guitar. Like, that damn sound ruined Ted Nugent's last podcast. I'll never forget it.
Ruining all the washed up musicians.
Well, especially Mustaine.
Can't
Is
make
there
out
more?
with this.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like, if
Can
your
we
band
proceed now?
if your band is playing a song with a full band, you wouldn't be able to hear whatever's going on the other stage. But instead, he's just stopping
no,
now.
but still, I don't know. It's still disrespectful. I think you shouldn't. The audience is there for performance. Like, the performance is happening. You should do everything in your power not to disturb the performance. I'm with Megan here.
I agree with Rob, but I also think his reaction, calling the guy out, is also not classy. Like,
Yeah,
wait till you're
100%.
done. If it becomes that disruptive to the show, you can stop and talk to someone off stage and have them, send a message over there. Don't have to call him out and be such an asshole. But I agree that what the guy's doing is wrong.
Oh, we have breaking news here. Shifty Shortcake writes, I was the roadie. Times have been hard. Go easy on me, Dave.
No.
Come, my Davy. Come, my Davy.
We're gonna cover that one next. You're my butterfly, sugar baby. Hello, sugar. Meet the real sugar.
Dave's still waiting.
I have 2 kids. I've had sex before. You say anything else?
Can we proceed now?
Whoa. Fucking cut. This is a symphony of destruction.
Whatever. Ruined the whole show for me. I'm not even fun anymore.
Take a chill pill, Dave.
Do we know if anyone from Judas Priest commented on this, apologized, or defended their roadie or anything? Or was this just squashed?
No.
It's not Rob's job anymore.
There's a little more. He's not even ready to start yet.
He needs his prompter to catch up.
What? Now they need a sound check.
What's he doing? I can't.
Talking
He's like
to their
walking
tech.
over to look at the other stage.
It's like, why is he chewing gum too? There we go. He spits it out. Oh, I see. The sound guy forgot to play the intro.
Why does he also have a fucking American flag behind him?
Well, he's about to do Symphony of Destruction.
What's that have to do with a fucking America? That's not like what does that have to do with America?
In the video, it's a lot of like the politicians and all that. The fat cats.
It's like a general world is ending thing.
Or at the very least they're set.
The earth starts to rumble.
Deuterino writes, they finished playing Angry Again, so I'd already be heading home and missing all of this.
Nice.
It's a good song. That's like sort of a deep cut, Deuterino.
Do they even play that in their sets?
I don't know. No idea. But that's like it's not even on an album. It was on like it was on the Last Action Hero soundtrack.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess they did an album of B-sides, so I guess they compiled all their B-sides and it's on that. But I don't know if that counts.
It's a good jam. Angry
very good.
again, angry again.
And again. Very good.
Did we get an email from Israeli guy, Rob?
Oh Jesus.
We did get one. No, this one's fine.
Oy Moshiach. Another email from him.
No, he informs us of a hot new product hitting grocery store shelves.
Oh boy.
That might interest us.
Galgalat's Monster Energy Drink.
Close.
Oh. Jeez, I'm scared now.
The headline reads, "Ballpark food for Bubby?" Manischewitz promotes gefilte fish dogs.
No. This is right up there with Haladietz.
So this is gefilte fish shaped like hot dogs. Is the jam. And I gotta tell you, I try it.
We can't actually see what it looks like. We're just seeing the outside of the package that sort of covers up the actual product.
That's a big tell.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing you.
So the official Israel Twitter account quote tweeted Manischewitz announcement, and they captioned it with "Haven't the Jewish people suffered enough?"
Yeah.
Which is like, wow. All right. But here, let me increase the size of the image. So we only really have this little piece of clip art to go on, which it looks like. So it looks like it's on a hot dog bun with tomatoes.
Is that
at first I thought it was avocado, but it's lettuce, cucumber, and mayo. That seems like a bit much. It's basically fish dogs. Yeah. It's not Haladietz dogs. This is not Haladietz, because I think it would be cooked.
Now, how does one get their hands on some gefilte dogs?
I think you got to download JDate. And just keep swiping. You'll see some. Is this a real product or is this a joke product? Because we've seen a lot of like
mayo Oreos and shit.
Yeah. Right. I keep thinking this is a goof, like an April Fool's goof, but look, they even have it as
this poor child
profile photo. Oh, that actually, a gefilte dog with a little radish, a little what's that? Horseradish. Thank you. Oh my god, I could be into it.
They're really promoting it.
That's horrifying.
Well, they're just retweeting like viral articles about it, but it does not seem that it is available for purchase. I would try this.
I mean, I tried for the show because it would be funny, but I would never eat that in my personal life.
I don't think I've ever had gefilte fish in any context.
So
I tasted it once. My mother eats it. My mother eats the shit out of gefilte like every day, basically. Yeah,
it's good. It's good when it's prepared well.
What is it like? Is it fishy?
Mush. It's fishy mush.
It's basically like a fish cutlet.
Yeah,
essentially.
But
it's like
it's supposed to be a fishy cutlet, but it sits in that brine. So by the time you get it out, it's just goop. It's like goopy.
Well, you're supposed
and
to cook
soft.
it. No, well, you're not supposed to have it cooked.
She eats it raw. She eats it with sauerkraut on a plate. She takes it right out of the bowl.
That's doable as well. I mean, I've done that as well. But there's also like good gefilte, like you can get go to the Russian delis and they have the homemade gefilte fish.
But
there's actually the one on Kings Highway, Domino.
Yeah,
my mom would go. They have, according to my mom, the best gefilte fish in Brooklyn.
They have the best everything. That store. Who's gonna really go there? But if you are in that neighborhood, wow, what a place. I'm sure even their Haladietz is the least disgusting of all. I don't know. Do they even have Haladietz? I don't think I've seen it there.
I want to point out I'm on the Manischewitz website in the gefilte fish subcategory, and there is no gefilte dogs.
What about in the dogs subcategory?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's see.
Is that a thing?
Matzo chips. Oh my god.
Those are good.
Look, they have a product placement with Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Where?
Right there, the first thing. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel limited edition
Oh.
Manischewitz coconut macaroons. Oh, for fuck's sake.
If it's anything like the show, the first bite is delicious, but then every subsequent bite tastes worse and worse and worse.
I got up to the episode where she met Lenny Bruce, and then I stopped because it became kind of ridiculous.
Oh.
That's
season
it only gets
one.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
made
said
it through seasons before I gave up.
I couldn't. It was just not funny anymore.
I'm still watching, and it's a hate watch at this point.
How many seasons is it?
3 or 4.
Oh,
3, I think. Yeah.
That's rough.
So no gefiltered. So this does seem like a bit of a goof, unfortunately. But I
Or
would
maybe
try
it's just not
Manischewitz if you're
on their
listening.
in the market yet. Maybe they're just still promoting.
Well, the tweet said it would be ready for July 4th. So
No.
they could also be sold out.
but that's 58-14, July 4th. Eretz, yeah. Eretz 7th.
Great brand, though. Highly regarded
is?
Manischewitz. High
The
quality.
matzahs are very good.
I see that
the
label
shirts
and
are
I
good
go the
too.
other way. I just assume it's not going to be good.
It just has a lot of emotional tie-ins to like very Jewy people of my childhood. So it's
Yeah.
sort of, but I get what you're saying. But they do make some good things.
No,
They
it's
make
good.
wine too. It's
Well,
like
that's
Goya. It's like Goya. They're like the Jewish Goya. They just catch all. Everything is. They make everything you could eat. Every gross Jewish food, they make it.
White and pike in liquid broth.
Gelled broth. That's even worse.
Oh God. So gross.
And Dusty Rose Muffler says, "Gefilte dog coming to the great Yankee Stadium." And I also want to read this from El Didorino. Mrs. Divitelli loves making gefilte fish in a blanket.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow, another great reference. They feed this to you at the Yeshiva Rumbum cafeteria.
Yes.
That's actually Rambam. We just make fun of it and say Rumbum.
It might be pronounced Rumbum, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But it's spelled Rambam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rambam. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
Very
my
sad.
God.
Manischewitz, I don't like that you're trolling. I want some of these gefilte dogs.
Well, let's keep our eyes peeled for gefilte dogs, and we'll eat one on the show if they do in fact exist.
Yeah, there is another product here that they're tweeting about. They tweeted on 420.
Rob, if they actually sell the gefilte dogs and we order you a package of them, will you use one on your fleshlight?
No. Ew.
Who would get pleasure out of that?
Me watching him ruin his
It'd be
fleshlight
dirty.
and a gefilte dog.
The fleshlight would reject it.
It's an anti-Semitic fleshlight. Is what
No,
you're
it's
saying?
an anti-shitty food fleshlight. Like, I
Well,
only
it accepts Rob's filthy sausage.
Hey now.
Dusty says Rambam Bigelow. That poor fleshlight would basically be in a therapy session the next week and like, oh my God, they put this fishy ass sausage inside me and then I don't boo, 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 boo. Run it back.
All right. Well then. Go through our Spotify picks here. We have a Spotify playlist. It's called the RAP Livecast Music Break. You can search for it on Spotify. And every week we each add a song. We have almost 380 songs, over 25 hours of music. It's intense. Kicking things off this week, I picked a song from Priest. I totally didn't realize this, but some of the former members of Ghost, some of the ousted members of Ghost, namely, I believe the bassist, started a new band, Priest, and it's like everything I'm currently listening to. It's basically a dark wave, gothy kind of synthy band, and I'm like, oh, it's all of my interests. And it's actually, it kind of shows me also that this bassist was clearly a big songwriter in Ghost, because a lot of the melodies and stuff kind of remind me of old Ghost, and it's something that's missing from new Ghost because obviously he's not in the band. Deuterino points out that Priest sounds like Ghost or Ghost, the musician we had on the show a few months ago, maybe a year ago now. And Dusty Rose Muffler points, it's Priest, not Judas. Yes, this is not Judas Priest. This is just Priest. The song I picked was Time Traveler. Very catchy. Durinsky, yeah. What did you pick?
I played a song by D12 called Purple Pill because I'm staying with my early 2000s hip hop stuff, which I'm still mired in. It's like a nice little phase for me, and it's very nostalgic. So highly recommend D12.
In a really long time.
Have you listened to D12 a lot? Were you a fan back then?
Back then, yeah. I haven't really listened in a while. Yeah. I was very much into early Eminem.
Me too. Still am, really. I mean, I know a lot of people say that he fell off, which I agree with, but that old stuff. Now, I feel in the last few years, correct me if I'm wrong, but as his catalog kept getting slightly shittier, I feel like people are retconning his first albums and saying they were never that good. Do you find that to be the case?
I see that sometimes.
I see that a lot, and I think it's ridiculous. I mean, that guy was just on an insane tear for like 3 or 4 albums.
Yeah.
And I can never take that away from him. He's kind of a douchey person, and he's kind of on coast mode right now for sure. But I can never take that away. And D12 is great too.
But most rappers don't stay good for this long anyway, so it would be surprising if he wasn't coasting at this point.
I do agree with that, but there's an asterisk to that, which I think is the way that he became not as good is very strange, because he still has skills. Like he could still rap. Like his beats suck, and he doesn't have that bite to his like lyrical content anymore. And it's just a lot of basic bitch like type music, and it's like below his bar. It just feels like he's such a big celebrity that he can do no wrong. He'll sell 1 trillion albums no matter what he does, and he just doesn't give a shit. Yeah. That's what it feels like.
And his life is probably just a lot easier now, so it makes the lyrics less interesting because there's not crazy shit happening to him for him to write about.
That's true.
He's just at home in his mansion, comfortable.
He doesn't have the struggle that he had on the first 2 albums, which is what made those so appealing.
But listen to the old shit and D12. Highly recommend it if you're young and in our audience and aren't all that up to speed on Eminem. I like spotlighting lesser known artists for our audience, like Eminem.
Hungry up and comers. Sid, what did you pick?
I picked the song New Noise by Refused because first of all, we somehow have not put a Refused song on the playlist yet, which seems crazy to me. So I had to rectify that. But I've been watching the show The Bear on Hulu. And no, Rob, it is not about what you want it to be about. It's about a sandwich restaurant in Chicago. And it is one of the best new shows I've seen in a very long time. It's fantastic. And the series starts with that song. So like it hooked me in automatically because I'm like, all right, first scene, and it's a great song that I love already playing. So they've got me. And it ties into what the show is and the tension of the show, because it's all about like a high stress kitchen environment, a restaurant that's barely making it, and the people, like, there's friction, and it's great, and it makes you feel the tension for the entire run of the series. We knocked it out in like 2 days. Highly recommend. If you have Hulu, watch The Bear. It's fantastic. And then listen to some Refused.
I thought The Bear was going to be a spinoff about the bear that fucked Leo DiCaprio in that movie.
Well, that's what they serve. That's what's on the menu.
Oh, okay. I was disappointed. I thought that bear was going to get like a little spotlight on him, maybe a prequel.
Sweet like bear meat.
Oh, that's what they should make those gefilte dogs out of.
Oh, my God.
Fucking fish. I don't even know fish.
Gross. And RIP this week stands for really ineffective prompter.
Yeah. Oh, don't blame the prompter. He just can't read it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's there or not.
That's true.
It's not helping anything.
It's inconsequential.
Yeah.
And also, of course, we do have a Patreon. It's French for Patreon.
Oh.
Yeah, Patreon.
Where's that TH coming from?
Patreon. I don't. There's no th.
You're saying path? Am I hearing something? I'm hearing Patreon.
He's saying pathogen.
No, Patreon.
There's definitely an H in there.
Yeah.
Patty.
Rion.
Rion. But we do have a Patreon. If you want yourself just a little more metal or RIP Livecast, just a little more RIP Livecast.
I've done it. Don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
Fuck you.
Get your ass to our Patreon, patreon.com/RIP Livecast. We have like a metric ton of bonus episodes in the archive there, which you have full access to, including watch-alongs. We have episodes where we do a meme Hall of Fame, where we do a throwback to some of our classic memes and people we've joked about and all that hubbub. And so we watch some wrestling. We do some roundtable discussions about movies. Every week, Sid has a column about what TV to watch.
Yeah, you would have known about the bear.
And you get little badges in our Discord. They're nice. You get little people know based on the color of your username that like, oh, he subscribes to the Livecast Patreon. He gives them a little extra something.
So you want our listeners to be judged by color?
Only in our Discord.
Oh, okay.
And
the Nazis gave out badges too, Rob.
That's fucking right. How dare you?
The badges are yellow stars, in fact.
Isn't that convenient?
The top at the top of the month, our bonus episode, we did a roundtable discussion about the brand new Beavis and Butthead movie, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. And you know, if you've seen the movie and are curious about our takes about the movie and Beavis and Butthead in general, you can check out the Patreon. Another one that we did a while back, back in October, but that I really, really enjoyed is we did a Thrash It or Trash It of the Metallica Blacklist covers album, which Darren was joking about earlier. So it's essentially 40 tracks, like 20 of them are Fade to Black or whatever. And we went through each one and thrashed it or trashed it.
That's not on that album, is it?
You meant Nothing Else Matters.
Nothing Else Matters. I'm sorry. My brain is mush right now.
I don't even blame you when talking about that album. I blacked out a lot of it myself. It has faded to black from my memory.
We have an episode where we watch old Metal Injection bits. That was really fun. And there's a ton of great stuff. We watched the Lemmy documentary, the controversial Lemmy documentary, including the scene with all his Nazi memorabilia. And let's just say that's when Noah was on the show and things get a little heated.
There was that scene where he had a Discord and he was giving out badges to all of them.
So check us out, patreon.com/RIP Livecast. $5 a month gets you the episodes. If you want to throw us a few extra bones, just a few little extra bones for $10 a month, you get to be the top Livecast fan of the week. Get to all the perks of the $5 entry, plus get a little shout out at the end of the show, which is right now. And I'm just going to keep doing it, and you guys keep doing the Skype sound. Okay, please. Let me see. Where boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. There we go. All right, we have Eric. Boo, we have boo, boo. Benjamin. We have El Dorito. Boo, boo, boo. We have Dan on. We have Sam I Am, Mindy Mayers Kippa, Jander. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. I'm trying to even do the shake. I don't know if you guys are noticing.
That was just Ted Nugent shaking. He's got some kind of old man thing.
It's Parkinson's. Skype-induced Parkinson's.
Chasseur Sasusits. Boo, boo, boo. Cattle Decaf. Boo, boo. Rob of Empiro. Boo, boo. Hugo likes tacos. Lando Danks. LaCroix. Corey and Scotty H. Doug Pigman. Douglas, who are you, Levison? And hey guys, it's Josh. That's our show. We love you. We kiss you. We'll see you next Saturday at our regular time, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Saturday.
Einstein Noon Bauten.